Let's imagine for a second. You're the first person on the scene of an accident. Knowing what to do in those first critical moments, well, it can literally change everything. So today, we're going to break down the fundamentals of first aid, a skill that can truly, truly save a life. It's a tough question to ask yourself, isn't it? Because an emergency can happen absolutely anywhere at any time. But being prepared to act instead of freezing up makes all the difference in the world. And that's exactly what we're here to talk about. So let's start at the beginning. What really is first aid? I think a lot of us picture bandages and CPR, but it's so much more than that. It's really about understanding your role, your absolutely crucial role in an emergency. The two words to really focus on here are initial and immediate. See, your job isn't to be a doctor or a paramedic. Think of yourself as the essential bridge between the moment something happens and the moment professional help arrives. You're holding the line. Okay, so in a high-stress situation, your brain needs something simple and memorable to latch onto. That is where the 3 Ps come in. These are your guiding principles, your mission. They're the foundation for every single thing you do. All right, the first P is the big one. Preserve life. This is your #1 goal, always. It's about doing what you can to stabilize the person's condition. And just as important, it's about offering reassurance. Seriously, never underestimate how powerful your calm presence can be. It's a tool in itself. Next up, prevent further harm. Your job here is to make sure the situation doesn't get any worse. That could mean moving someone away from danger, like traffic. Or maybe it's controlling bleeding, or even just keeping a broken limb still to prevent more damage. And the third P is promote recovery. This is where you actually help kickstart the healing process. Even simple actions like cleaning a wound properly or applying a basic splint can have a huge positive impact on a person's long-term recovery. Okay, so we've got our mission down with the 3 Ps, but how do we actually put it into action when our minds are racing and adrenaline is pumping? Well, you do it by following a really clear, prioritized plan. Let's break down those steps. So, what is the absolute #1 non-negotiable first step? Before you do anything else for anyone else, what's the very first thing you have to do? This might sound a little strange at first, but it is so, so important. Your own safety is your #1 priority. I mean, think about it. You can't help anyone if you become a casualty yourself. So before you rush in, you have to stop, take a breath, and check the scene for any hazards. We're talking traffic, fire, downed power lines, anything that could put you in danger. So this is basically your game plan, your mental flowchart. Once you've made sure you are safe, you assess the whole situation. What happened here? Then it's straight to the primary assessment of the person. Are they conscious? Are they breathing? That tells you so much. Right after that, you call for help. Don't wait. As soon as you know it's a real emergency, make that call. Only then do you start giving aid. And you always start with the most life-threatening stuff first. From that point on, you just monitor them because things can change in a heartbeat. You just keep that loop going until the pros arrive. When most of us think of first aid, we probably picture that little red box with a white cross on it. And while having a physical kit is definitely essential, a truly effective first aider, well, they need a toolkit that's a whole lot bigger than that. See, the complete toolkit is a combination of things. Yeah, it's the physical kit with bandages and antiseptic for sure. But it's also the knowledge you get from training. It's the skills to communicate clearly and calmly. And, this is a big one, it's the confidence to actually use those skills under pressure. It's a whole mindset, not just a box of stuff. And that brings us to a really crucial point. Preparedness has 2 equal, super important sides. On one side, you've got the hard skills. That's the technical stuff, right? Knowing how to do CPR, how to control bleeding. But on the other side, you've got the soft skills, your ability to stay calm. Projecting confidence not only helps you think clearly, but it also reassures the injured person, which is huge. You absolutely need both. Okay, so let's tie all of this together. After everything we've talked about, what's the big takeaway? What is your role as a first aider, really? This quote just says it all perfectly. Your actions in those first few minutes, they really matter. The care you provide right at the start can actually lessen how bad an injury gets and dramatically, seriously improve the chances of a full recovery. And that's the heart of it all, isn't it? First aid is fundamentally human. It's a compassionate act. Your goal isn't just to follow steps from a manual. It's to be there, to provide care, comfort, and steady presence in a moment of pure chaos. You're bridging that critical gap until the paramedics can take over. Look, understanding these principles is an amazing first step. But the next step, the most important one, is getting that hands-on certified training. Because that's what truly empowers you to turn all this knowledge into real life-saving action. So the only question left is,